Hey guys, Bob here, and I'm back out at the gun range, and I might call this video the first episode of looking for something to do. So I didn't have to work today, so I decided I might as well load up a rifle, head to the gun range, and spend a little time. So what I did was I brought out today with me a Remington 308 and some ammunition that I want to use up. So I'm going to shoot this stuff out at the 100-yard line and see how it groups, and then I'm going to take it on out to 200 and 300 yards today and see how it does on some steel. So let's take a look at the rifle. I'll share a little bit about the ammunition that I'm going to be sending out of this thing, and then we'll get to it. Okay, so let's take a peek at the rifle I'm going to be firing today. If you're looking for something to do and sitting back and relaxing, so what better than talking about guns, right? So this rifle is a Remington 700, and it has been rebarreled by Crescent Customs, Moon Roberts. Again, it's a 308, and this one's sitting in a, well, the lighting's not real good out here today, in a MDT Tech 21 chassis. And sitting up on top, we've got an Arken SH4 Gen 2, 6 to 24 by 50. We've got Arken's rigid mount on there. And yeah, so here's the rifle we're going to be firing today. We are running a jeweled bolt and a KRG bolt knob just for a little bit of extra grip on there. So the ammunition that we're dealing with today, I've got some hand loads of some Hornady AMAX 168 grain bullets. Now, these are some bullets that I've had in the ammo box for quite a while. Hornady has since stopped making these. There were some issues with this little tip melting, so I kind of want to use these up. I'm not sure if that would have been an issue that would have bothered me much for the typical medium range stuff I'm firing these at, but nonetheless, these are 168 grain AMAXs. Now, the issue I ran into these, when I loaded these, to get these to the right overall length, they will not fit in this magazine. So I did a little bit of work on this mag, and you can see, and I kind of took the front end right here and I dremeled that out to get a little bit more room for the tip. So I can squeeze a couple of these in there, but really they shoot best in this rifle one at a time. And I'm not hunting or anything, competing with this or nothing of that nature. So it's just a good gun to come out here and have some fun, and it is extremely accurate. So we're going to be sending these on downrange. There's our target down there at 100 yards. That'll be our first set. We'll see how she groups, and after that we'll take it on out to 200 and 300 and see if we can ring some steel. So today it is, let's see if you can see here a little bit at the range. It is snowing, and we've got a 8-mile-an-hour wind. So you can see a little bit of snow coming down, and Old Glory there. So yeah, so we're going to be sending this on out to 100 yards down there, and we'll see how she goes. Alright, so we got our ears on. Let's get this camera all wiggled in place and send a couple with this guy here. So here we go. We're going to load these one at a time by hand. Put them in here. See how we do. We're going to send 3. Number 2. Used to shooting that 22. Woo, got a little bit of recoil there. Not bad, but it's there. Number 2, and number 3. What the hell? Let's do a whole group. Let's go 2 more. Number 4. Yeah, this would be nicer if you guys had a target set up down there, wouldn't it? Instead of just watching me do this. But hey, if you're sitting on your couch drinking beer, and let's go with the last one, number 5 here, and see what kind of group we produced down there at the 100-yard line. Snow's picking up. There we got it. Let's see what kind of group we put down there. So let me pause this camera. We'll go on down to the target and see how we did. All right, I got the ears off and I'm walking. And we've been going. And it is snowing a little bit more. You can see it hit me a little bit here. I'm real curious about this ammunition because I'm not really sure what kind of chrono data we got coming out from it or anything of that nature. So this will be kind of fun shooting this, and let's check out the group that we got here at the 100-yard line. So I'm gonna keep on walking to get on down here. Snow is picking up a little bit more, not so much the wind. But let's see how this Remington 700 did down here at the 100-yard line. So it's just about up here. So let me flick this camera around here when I get to the target here. And let's see what kind of group we produced with this. So let's see what we got here. All right. Well, that's not so bad. Looks like we must have put 3 in this hole right here and a couple up here. This first shot was our cold bore, and then we grouped pretty nicely underneath my fingernail at 100 yards. So I would say we're definitely under 1 MOA. So not bad. So let's take this thing on out to the 200 and 300 yard line and see if we can hit some steel with it. All right, and now we're moved on down at the range here to the 200 and 300 yard, and where we've got some steel set up down there. So let's load this up and see how we do. We're going to dial in. We're going to put in about a half. So we'll put a half value in. That should get us about close. We'll see how we do at 200 yards. Half a mil. And we smashed it right in the center. So a half value was right on that. Let's take it on out to 3. See how she does here. Typically we go about a minute and a half at 3. Well, we're not minute, we're not talking MOA here. 1.5 mil. Might be a little harder to hear down there. And a good hit again. So let's switch this over to the Tacticam and see if we can get a little footage for you guys to see what it's like when that thing is smashing it down there. And alright guys, and here we are. So we are loaded up and hooked up with the Tacticam, looking through the Arken SH4 Gen 2. It is snowing out pretty good, and I did not adjust the camera to make the reticle clearer for you guys as viewing. So there is some compromise, and I've talked about that in some of my other videos about making the clarity of the Tacticam look good for the viewer versus the actual shooter. So I've kept this in line with me for the shooter and haven't made any adjustments. So we're going to send this one down to that large piece of green steel. You can see the other mark dead in the center. That was at the first shot I did a minute ago. And we are at 1/2 mil from our 100 yard zero. And it looks like we smashed it a little bit on the low side there. Send another one down there real quick and see how it goes. hand loading these one at a time. Let's shoot out that other piece of steel over there this time. And we crushed it right in a little small circle there. So that's 200 yards on a snowy day here in Michigan. Let's take a poke on out at that 300 there for a minute. Let's see how we do at that 300. We're going to make our adjustment here. Again, apologize for the little bit of delay here. Let's crank this all the way up to 200 here. Let's get our parallax adjusted on the side. Focus here. And let's see how we do at 300 yards. And another good hit. So this is a little Tacticam footage for you on a snowy day here in Michigan. Well, and just like that, guys, we got some shooting in today on a cold day. Cold, snowy here in Michigan. But as I like to say, it's better than sitting on the couch. And if you're looking for something to do, get out and shoot your guns. So, hey, a little bit of time at the range with the 308. It seems to be shooting pretty good with that ammunition. I have to stick with that load. So, hey, hit the button, like, and subscribe if you like following along, if you're looking for something to do. So, yeah, get your guns out there and do some shooting. Until next time, stay warm.